Woo! Welcome. This is Shango Ray, aka Real Deal Ray. How are you? Happy full moon to you. Hope y'all are doing well. I know it's late. I know everybody isn't on my schedule. Be sure to lick thoroughly, cunniling the like button when you come in. Prophetess Vance, always a pleasure. How are you, sister? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, managed to get 3 heads in the building. All right. Nikki Nakia, peace. What's going on with you? How you doing, goddess? I'm phenomenal. Thank you, Prophetess Vance. Ecstatic. Big things. What is it? Little things stopping, big things popping, right? Excited to do this full moon read. And, of course, to, congregate with you guys. With the fam. Barbara Douglas, how are you? Letting people get up in there. As some of you may or may not know, I brought back an oldie but goodie. The psychic text readings, available only for 72 hours. It's a fun, economical way to get the answers that you need. You know what I'm saying? I launched it earlier today. So Sunday evening, we're going to pull the plug. There's a secret link, not available anywhere, but right here to you right now. And of course, on the previous video. But yeah, it's only $67, and you can ask 4 of your most pressing questions that you have. I do ask that you make the questions specific. So either yes or no, right? Or a specific open-ended question. What's going to happen if I take that job? How do they feel about me? Right? That's an open-ended question, but it's specific. You know, not how do they feel about me? Do they really love me, or do they hate me? Or are they cheating on me? That's like 4 questions right there. Hey, I'm happy that you're here, Nakia, for real. Nikki, excuse me. I called you by your last name. DJ, what's going on? Come on in. In a moment, in a couple minutes, I'm gonna let people kind of get in here. I'm gonna do a full moon energy read. Full moon is banging right now tonight. I just went to the store, used that as an excuse to go for a nice little walk. And oh, she's looking beautiful tonight. How you been, DJ? I feel like it's kind of been a minute. I know you was here not that long ago, but you be having a lot of shit going on. Huh? So, and now it says we got, hey, GGK, what's going on? Peace to GGK. How you feeling on this full moon? We clearly have more than one person on here. I don't know why this eyeball is saying we have one person in here. Brittany Bluebird, you know what I'm saying? We got fam in here. What's going on, Brittany Bluebird? Brittany Bluebird, are you the same Brittany on my IG? Just curious. Shit, it's cloudy over here. Oh, for real? Nice and clear over here. Yeah. A lot of crazy things going on right now, you know? A lot of crazy things. I was just speaking with one of my clients and brethren in Australia, and they're flipping the hell out, man. They're trying to put that lockdown shit on, and the people there are not having it. Oh, okay. Well, what a pleasure. Then, hey, salud, Brittany. Good that you're here. Yeah, because I can see the moon from one of my bedroom windows. Well, that's good. I mean, you know, the energy's there. And I believe this is a full moon in Leo, right? Yolanda C, what's going on? Yeah, welcome, welcome, all the fam. Yeah, I'm just giving it another minute or two, and then we'll get into the full moon read, and then afterwards, I really want to just be giving tonight, so I'm going to be doing card pulls, spirit card pulls, just to see, you know, mix with this energy, and you know what the message is for you coming through. So yeah, it's kind of crazy out there right now. Well, it's not crazy here, but like I don't know, shit's popping off a lot of places though. Shit is definitely popping off a lot of places. And once again, for those of you who are just joining and you have some pressing questions and you know you want to do it on the economical side, we're bringing back an oldie but goodie, the psychic text reading for only 72 hours. There's a secret link in the description box. Okay. It's a very temporary link because I'm only doing this. I'm only opening it up for 72. I haven't done like psychic email readings or text readings in probably like 2 years. Stoner Girl Terror. How can you not like that name? I need to be doing some readings high sometimes because shit, I start to read your mail. You know what I'm saying? Depending. If I get too high though, then again, yeah, it's been a hot minute. So yeah. All right, well, we're 6 minutes in. So what I think I'm gonna do, I'll just have everybody, you know, y'all can join in on this too, you know. Matter of fact, I might ask you to do some woosah out your hoo-ha just for this, you know. So even if you're watching the broadcast later, or if you're here now live with me, which I appreciate. Pablo Morales, what's going on, brother? Welcome. Good to have you. So let's get into this then. So go ahead and just, you know, help Papa Shangito out one time, you know. Go ahead and just take a nice deep breath in and go ahead, hold it for a second. Feel a little bit of tension in those lungs. And then go ahead and just release. Let that out. Woo-haw. Out your motherfucking hoo-ha into the cards. And we're going to see what this full moon is all about. All right? Or what energy may need to come through for those of us who need to know it. Right? You think that's funny, Blue? I mean, Bluebird? Word. Yes. What needs to come through? Full moon in Leo. I am correct, right? Those of you who be keeping up on their astrology, I am correct, right? That is a full moon in Leo, right? It is the full moon, right? All right. So let's get it. I have a feeling some shit's gonna come through. Then again, doesn't it always, right? So, full moon in Leo. What do you want to tell us? What information do you want to send through? Your sex machine of a vessel, Shango Ray. What is it that needs to come through? What is it that needs to come? No pun intended, get your mind out of the gutter. Okay, let's go. One more time. What needs to come through? What is it? All right. I'm just going to freestyle on the spread. Okay. Freestyle on the spread. Okay. Now just give me a second because I don't want to just ramble. I like to see what else may come through because sometimes shit comes through for a card that's not really what its thing is. But hey, who am I to ask? You know what I'm saying? So, and as I'm doing the reading, I probably won't be looking too much at the comments just because y'all can distract me somewhat. So I don't want to be distracted. Okay. So where do I start? Where do I go? Let me see here. There's a lot of stuff here. Nothing actually I would say is too bad though. It doesn't. Sometimes the energy comes through a lot harsher. You know what I'm saying? But this time, I feel like this is actually a real. This energy feels kind of good. Maybe because it's Leo shit. You know. I'm gonna start here. I keep getting drawn to this card. Uh, this is the time. Okay. You hear me talk about this a lot, only because it is so valid. Right. When you really stop and think about how many of us have been living our lives pretty much based off of, the five senses and what we see. How many times have you heard somebody, if I don't see it, I don't believe it, type of thing. And to some degree, it's really ingrained in all of us. Well, this card, the Nine of Clubs. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I just noticed that right now. Okay, Aquarius then. Okay, no wonder. All right. So I stand corrected. I haven't even been looking, just to let you know, when I do this thing, like, I really do come from the spirit. I'm not here looking up full moon reads on Google just to repeat shit. So just so that lets you know I didn't even know what the full moon was in. I just know there's a fucking full moon out there. That's it. All right. So anyways, this is a call to, and it's also to me showing how a lot of you now, the frequency definitely is rising on this little pebble in space we call the planet, right? And that also goes for its inhabitants, you and I, right? So this to me, though, is about that transition from three-dimensional thinking, right? Choosing what you're going to do, what you can do, what you really believe and know and feel and believe for yourself to be true based off of what you see. As I've said before, what you see is late. This was all a result of our previous thoughts and previous feelings and all that good stuff mixed all together. And here it is crystallized now. Okay. So to me, 9 is divine. That's why 9 is the only number. Whatever number you add with 9, it's going to come back. Okay. So the 9 provides, the 9 gives, you know what I'm saying? The 9 actually creates, it gives, right? So this to me is also speaking of that. One thing that's definitely going on here is, and if you're not already on that frequency, hey, thank you so much, Jody Briggs. Shout out to Jody Briggs, long time. Carmen Webb. So it's about shifting from that, and it's a lot easier said than done, right? Because our conditioning has been so strong, and that's why you always hear a lot of spiritual teachers and things talking about a lot of the work is unlearning or pressing the delete button or overwriting your what you really feel is possible for you. Okay, now 9 is also a number of endings though. Okay, so to me, this represents a lot of you are going to be going through shifts based shifts in your thinking. Old ways of thinking are going to be destroyed, overwritten, like I said, erased. Okay. A lot of you are like reaching through that matrix and being like, nah, I know that there is more to this shit than what I see. My five senses are so limited. Our five senses are very much so much limited. If there's a spectrum, our five senses are actually like this, maybe even less, so the reprogramming is real, and it's not just also reprogramming, but also reconnecting, remembering who and what you truly and really are. Those things are coming back up. And that's why a lot of us are having these shifts in our thinking. Maybe you also had a lot of time where you just want to be alone, or you feel an innate need to be alone. Okay. And sometimes between this transition of strictly living in this 3D dimension, 3D thinking versus 4D and 5D thinking, right? i.e., the imagination, things of that nature, understanding just how real your imagination actually is. What's real? We always say the real world. Real and how? How is this real? Right? You take a scientific look at things, nothing is actually really real. And scientists will tell you that, right? And they're logical left brain thinkers. So I see some, well, like I said, a lot of this change is going to be enacted in each and every one of you through different circumstances, because that's a lot. That's how we, us gods and goddesses having this human experience. That's a lot. Those are going to be one of our main teachers, is the people and the situations in our lives, because that's how we're able to see ourselves. The challenge is most of the time we don't see ourselves in the situations and in the people that we're dealing with, whether that's good, bad, ugly, or whatever have you. Okay. So another aspect of this is also reading between the lines, learning to decode your very own life. A lot of people like watching these videos about, people breaking down movies and metaphysical breakdowns of movies and things. And those are great, because those are also, it's like exercising those mental muscles to be able to see and to be able to interpret and to comprehend a lot of the information that's coming at you on a daily basis through your very life. You know what I'm saying? The problem is most of us are in a trance a lot of times throughout our life, where we're just going through the motions. You know what I'm saying? So don't be surprised if certain certain emotions, or especially certain thought patterns that cause the emotion, are going to be I like this word, triggered. Okay. Triggered by the people, by your job, by your family, by your kids if you have them, all kinds of various situations. And many of you are going to be having simultaneous situations throwing some things at you. Okay. So you could be on the lookout for that. But I'm really feeling that this full moon is basically showing a culmination of a lot of these things. Things are coming to a head for many of us, as the old ways are concerned, the old ways of thinking, who you used to be, because who you used to be thought a certain way and therefore had a certain type of existence. If you look back in your life at all the different chapters of your life, you are doing things now that the you 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years ago probably maybe couldn't even imagine. Okay. Because I sure know I am, you know what I'm saying? About 10, 15 years ago, if you was to say you're going to be doing this, this, and that, and all these other things, I'd have said, you are fucking nuts. Okay. So it's true. All right. It is very much so true. And as a result of that, we're going to have some new ideas. All right. A lot of the ways that Spirit's going to, a lot of the ways that Spirit is going to come through is also because, Spirit likes to do shit, besides just being shit. Spirit likes to do shit. So it's going to, your spirit, your divinity is going to want to come through you, okay, through certain projects, all right, certain new ideas. These are ideas that maybe even you a few months ago either didn't feel you were ready to, or just like it seemed foreign. Now it's going to seem like, yeah, it's time. It's time to do. This is what I really want to do. I'm finally to the point where I'm not denying my pure desires as to really what I want to do and really who I want to be. You know what I'm saying? Deacon is Smacky. So, and yes, these new things are going to stretch the limits of the old remnants of thinking, the constructs and the structures that have been with you for many, many years of your life, okay? Which means things can get a little uncomfortable, okay? We all like to hear about, oh, stepping into the unknown and the new shit and new and all this stuff like that, which is good, okay? But in real time, after you start doing it, those little boogers are going to come up again. Those things that you got within you, they're going to come up again, okay? So I'm just giving you a forewarning, but what I'm seeing here is that many of you, because you are raising your frequency in your own way and in your own divine time, that is greater than those old constructs, okay? So just give me a moment. I'm looking around. Okay, I'm gonna deal with this guy over here. This is coming in several different ways. So one of the ways that you're going to be challenged is there are aspects of you that, because it is true, we are our best enemy as well. You know, you can be your own best friend and you can be your own best enemy. And the truth of the matter is you can actually be both at times. You can switch off, right? So we have here the Jack of Spades, okay? So for some of you, I feel this sense of there is somebody that you may be dealing with, okay? For a lot of you, it could be a male, but they're very antagonistic. They could be a fire sign, maybe not, okay? But they're very antagonistic. And what ends up doing, what the way their interaction with you comes out, the way I see it, the way I feel it, is a lot of y'all are like, or you may have experiences like, why is this happening to me? Why did he do me like this? Or why is this happening with me? You know what I'm saying? And what a lot of that does actually reveal about ourselves is there may be a little bit of that kind of like victim mentality thing going on here, okay? And the actuality of it, and this is not a judgment, but this is the actuality of it, is you're either, you know, the God, goddess, creator of yours, or you are just an effect of something else. You're a leaf blown in the wind. And the truth of the matter is, depending on which side you choose to be on, is how you're going to experience things, you know? So these things are going to come up. The challenge is not to address them, to interpret them, to deal with them the way that you have been before, like with people like this, okay? Most of the time when shit comes up, we want to, and it's okay, you know, we want to deal with it on an external level. And we always take external means and measures and actions to either fix, to deal with it, to combat it, or however, fill in the adjective there, okay? Is that an adjective? Anyways, so with this guy or this person, okay, and yes, they may be younger than you. Of course, I do feel like they could be very immature or whatever for those of you who are in a relationship with this person, okay, but this can also be somebody at your job. This person, to me, the bottom line, the takeaway here with this person is they feel like a thorn in your side, okay? And as a pain in the ass as they may be, can you look at the situation, not necessarily even the person, but just the situation, and can you ask yourself, you know, can I love this? Is this maybe actually trying to present me with something so that way I can actually finally deal with something, whatever this something is within me, so I can move on finally? Or do I got to keep repeating the fourth grade over and over again? How many times do we got to repeat the fourth grade, right? Well, you actually get to decide that. You actually get to choose that, you know? So this is the other thing I see popping up right next to this. But let me address one more positive thing, though. Another thing this is showing me, which is right along with this 9, is those of you who are on this particular kind of frequency or in the neighborhood, this certain bandwidth, if you will. I see you guys actively taking the role, actively taking the steering wheel in your own individualized, particular spiritual forms of initiation. that you may be going through in your life right now. And you know, Papa Shankito, the way I define a spiritual initiation, I like to simplify shit as much as possible. It's simply a stripping away, a letting go of what's no longer you. As you start to evolve, as you start to ascend, as you start to whatever you want to call it, you know, it's time to strip away the old stuff. It's definitely time to strip away the old stuff. Now, another thing I can see about this is how you know if this is really talking to you, because you'll find yourself in situations where this can actually even represent several people in your life. This is just an archetype, but this archetype can manifest as your mother, or you know, a parent or a family member, a lover, maybe their family members, somebody at work. You know, if you find yourself having conflict with everybody, it seems, right, then it ain't everybody. What is the common denominator between all these people? Why, it would be you, right? So, and here we have the 7 of clubs. So if you find yourself feeling really defensive, if you find yourself feeling intimidated by this person in a certain way, or challenged, like this, you feel like this person's challenging you, you know, and it makes you feel like you got to bark back, like you have to, you know, prove something, then that would be a clue, a breadcrumb, you know. And you can always start off by saying, why do I feel like this? What is it about this person or what they just said to me? Why am I even feeling something about it? Because if it sparks some type of emotional trigger, then obviously there's something, a part of you that's attached to that. If it hit a nerve, there's a reason for that. Okay. If somebody says some shit that's just way off, that you truly believe and know doesn't apply to you, it's going to roll off your back like water off a duck's ass. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even gonna, you're just gonna be like, yeah, whatever, okay, you know. But to me, this card tonight is speaking about triggered. That seems to be like a little a tag word or something. Triggered. Okay. If you find yourself triggered, and even in subtle ways, okay, because some of you may be you may have had an interaction with an ex. You may have had an interaction or something. Maybe it ain't maybe this is both, right? Maybe something did not work out the way that you expected to. For one, it doesn't mean it's not working out. However the shit goes is the way it is working out. The problem is not the way that it's flowing and moving and grooving. The problem is your expectation and almost insistence that it has to go a certain particular way. And that's usually unspoken. That's usually somewhere in the background. You may not even be aware just how much you have placed an expectation on a particular situation to work out the way you want it to, you know? So these are all clues. These are all breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs. Once again, it all leads back to you, because really it's all about you. As far as yours concerned, as far as this use is concerned, it's about you. Okay? And everything in your life can be used to enhance and move forward if you so choose. As long as you don't, you know, fall back into the whole, oh, this is happening to me and they're victimizing me and they're doing so. I'm not saying that things don't happen. Okay? I'm not saying that people don't say shit or people just that things haven't happened to you. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm offering is just another approach, a shift in perspective. Okay? Shit happens because shift is happening. All right? And that's the bottom line. Okay? That's what time we're living in right now, especially more than ever. Okay? So my advice, of course, is to always use that. And the way you begin to use that, as I mentioned before, questions. Ask yourself questions, literally. Even if you do it out loud, hey, ask yourself questions. Why do I feel like that about that? I noticed that. I noticed that about you. You know what I'm saying? Why did you, what's the deal here? You know, and then just allow yourself to be honest. Don't worry, that shit will come right up. That shit will come right up. All right. Now, this is also going to be a time too for some of you to start to a lot of you have some shit that you need to share. You need to share. You need to get the word out. Maybe it's certain information you'd like to teach, or that you feel you need to teach. And let me tell you, if you're feeling like you got something that you have to offer, even if it's just your particular experience, your particular take on something, there's value in that. Because if there's a particular desire to do so, then there is somebody or somebodies out there who want that, who need that. Okay, this is the age of Aquarius now, and this is the full moon of Aquarius, since I was corrected. And Aquarius is all about knowing. We may start off believing, but believing should conclude into knowing. Okay, you know the sun is going to rise in the east. You know, you can maybe argue whether that's a belief or not, because if the shit's real or not, blase, we can go down a rabbit hole, whatever, but we're not going to do that here. But you get what I'm saying. What do you know? And along with that, I feel too, there's, I hope, I really, really hope, because a lot of you are getting ideas right now. A lot of you have things, like I said, that you want to express, whether that's in a written word, whether that's in speaking, whether that's in whatever, but there's a message, there's a word, there's different things that you have to offer. There's gifts, there's insight, there's wisdom that you have. And it's like bubbling up. It's like the coffee pot on the stove or something. It's like, or the teapot. It's like, it's bubbling up. It's like ready to be explode, you know? It's ready to come out, to be birthed. It's ready to be expressed. You got something in you that needs to be expressed, okay? And I'm really hoping that a lot of you are watching this are going to honor that. Maybe even take this as a synchronistic kind of wink that it's time. It is time. There is no time like the present, and there ain't no such thing as a perfect time. If you're going to sit around and wait for a perfect time, or wait till your message is perfect, you're never going to do this shit. And this is something that you already know. I know I'm preaching to the choir here, you know. Correct. All right. Now, this is another thing too. All right. For some reason, to me, I feel like this is a good time for some of you to start investing. All right. Literally, maybe, possibly. But movement around money. I feel like some of you are also going to be taking a trip based off of something financial. You may need to go somewhere to get this money. You may need to go somewhere to sign some papers about this money. Okay. But also, to me, this is talking about moving money around. And another way of investing, of course, is investing in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Investing in a particular skill that brings value, you know. You can't, those right there are real foundational building blocks. Like, if you want to get your money up, like, start learning another skill, you know. Spirit is also saying, though, right now too, that, and I think this came up, I forgot who it came up for, what sign it came up for. Might have even been Aquarius, but talking about trying to mask your uncomfort. Some of you are also feeling very restless right now. You're in a state where you just want what you're manifesting to happen already, okay? And it's kind of leading to a little bit of anxiousness, restlessness, like I said. And sometimes we indulge in things to bring us comfort because we don't like uncomfort at all. Usually we do not like uncomfort. So I wanted to also just say, hey, make sure you don't overindulge or overspend. All right. Some of you are also going to be coming out of a situation or a relationship in which you have been investing and giving and giving and giving. And if you took both of you and put you on a scale, you're the giver, right? The other one's more or less the taker. And it's to the point now where you've been doing that for some time now, and it's left you depleted. Okay, so now I think some of you are actually going to be waking up and saying, you know what, as much as it hurts, I have to go, or I have to leave, or I have to do whatever I got to do, you know. So, it's uncomfortable, but it's a good thing though. Still, sometimes, you know, not everything is found in comfort. Just because it feels good temporarily doesn't mean it is good. you know. So hey, trust me, I know about that because some of you it also has to do with different dietary things. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, sometimes it's time to get to walking, get to stepping, you know, get to stepping. And also a part of that is, some of you are also maybe trying to delude yourselves or to what is the word I'm looking for? Keep yourself busy, and it's great to have fun. It's awesome to have fun. It's awesome to have, whatever. But when you start doing it to escape what it is that you really feel, circumstances in your life, how you're feeling about them, all this other shit, you got this kind of icky shit going on, but you want to just keep putting it off, putting it off, putting it off, you know. Let's go have a good time. Let's this and that. Let's just forget about everything. And that's okay. Sometimes it's great to go out and blow some steam, But if you start finding yourself just doing it, doing it, then it's a form of escapism. You know, there's a lot of different forms of escapism that we need to be aware of. Okay, even these goddamn phones and YouTube and shit. And I know because I'm guilty of it too at times. You can end up doing your escapism that way, or watching too much TV, or uh, overdoing something. Especially when you know you should be doing something else, or there's something in you calling to you to, hey, like, let's just fucking sit here for a second. And most people are like, what? I need some type of noise. Another clue to that is if you always got to have something going on in your environment, you always got to have the TV on, you always got to have music. There's almost like a secret fear of just the silence. Even if you're not just sitting there, but just of silence, that's also a form of distraction. I always feel like I got to have something playing. I always feel like I got to this, or you always got to be around people for whatever reason. That's another sign, that's another clue. All right. And finally, this kind of actually goes with this card a lot. All right. Some of you are going to be dealing with, and this is the sign of Aquarius too. Funny, this shit came up, man. I just put this together right now. In my deck, this is Aquarius, the king of clubs, because Aquarius is the oldest and wisest of the air signs. You call it chronologically speaking, I guess you could say. Okay. So to me, I feel like for some of you, there's actually going to be an Aquarius, or you're dealing with an Aquarius, and or actually, this Aquarius is actually coming in to the picture here. Things have already been set in motion. Okay. When he actually makes his cameo appearance, I mean, that's the fulfillment of it, but shit's already in motion, right? So this could be an Aquarius, but it could also just be an older man who definitely also knows how to deal with you, okay? How to assist you. Maybe this person just gives you some wise advice when you need it. They also know how to listen effectively, really listen, okay? But on an internal level, to me, this is a mastery of communication. And part of a mastery of communication is knowing exactly what it is that you really want to say, and having the balls, having the lips, for you ladies, the audacity to say that, regardless of how they may react to it. It's not saying being vulgar and being rude on purpose or trying to insult somebody, but you're just literally speaking your truth. You know what I'm saying? You're really shooting from the hip. So another thing, just a little advice. I don't know who this is for. You may want to also look online for maybe certain groups or whatever, or see about like joining a Toastmasters group. You know what I'm saying? Which helps you to cultivate speaking, public speaking, communication, effective communication, and things like that. You'd be surprised. Sometimes just one little tweak sets you off. So yes, we all know Prophetess Vance says it with her chest. But I've said this before. This is also, to me, this is also, as far as on the internal level, not talking about the person that's coming in. And yes, there may be for some of you an Aquarius or an air sign, a male coming to you, and this guy is gonna, you know, it's gonna be a romantic thing, but there's gonna be a lot more to it than just that. You know, this person actually supports you, assists you in your growth. You know, is not afraid to like build you up. Doesn't feel like they have to tear you down to try and control you or nothing like that. Or, you know, is insecure and is always accusing you of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because some of you have been dealing with that too. But on the internal level, though, it's, to me, in my opinion, one of the most humblest forms of respect that you can show yourself. When you're like, you know what? I'm not going to stifle you no more. I'm going to open up. I'm going to take this padlock off. I'm going to open the door and I'm going to let you out. You know, it's time you are able to just say what you need to say, you know, when you need to say it. No more having conversations in the car of what you should have said, rehearsing or reliving a conversation, wishing you said what you really wanted to say. It's time. It's time to let it be known. Aquarius is nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, that has been the full moon read. That's what I got from this tonight. And in just a moment, I will happily and gratefully be doing some spirit card pulls for those who are still on the line here. All right. Now, if you want your very own psychic text read, I decided to bring an oldie but goodie back just for 72 hours. Link is in the description box. You can ask me any 4 of your most pressing questions. 4 questions. You know, I notice too when I'm doing a psychic text read, I'm using different parts of my mind because I'm writing. And it's kind of fun. You know, I don't like doing them all the time, obviously. That's why I stopped doing them like 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm opening the door. I feel like there is some people out there who can be assisted. So on your end, it gives you a chance to really formulate what the hell I want to ask this man. You know? So what I do ask of you, though, as you click the link in the description box and get your psychic text read now, is, for one, you formulate specific questions. So give me your best 4 specific questions. Each question will really be to the point of what it is that you really want. So it's going to make you kind of think about what am I really asking here? What is it that I really want to know? So you can ask me a yes or no question. Should I take the job? Yes or no? Does he have another bitch? Is he sick? You know, is he washing his dick off in the sink before he comes home? Right? Yes or no? Then there's specific open-ended questions. And I know it's funny that I have to even say all this, but you'd be surprised. Right? So there's like, what's going to happen if I take this job? What is it looking like if I move to buttfuck Idaho right now? You know, those are specific yet open-ended. So yeah. Hey, Starlight, what's going on with you? Well, good. You know what the root word of inspiration is, right? In spiritu. In spirit. When you're inspired, you're in spirit. So glad I can be of assistance. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do now is open it up. I'm surprised there's 20 people on here on a Friday night, especially this late, because I know a lot of y'all are not in California. Y'all are all over the place. So you know what? Let me just take this moment to say thank you, because you could be anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with Papa Shanguito. So how can I not love you? You know, intelligent, sexy, you know, on the frequency. Shit, what's not to love? What's not to love? Hey, I'm gonna give you a hand. Okay, there we go. Yeah. All right. So if you would like a card pull, right? This is just whatever the energy is right now, because we're deep in this full moon. Like the nuts are hanging out, right? The nuts are hanging out. We're deep in this full moon, right? So all you gotta do is put your hand up. Vanessa Garcia, what's popping? Why, I thank you. Pablo is in Chicago. Kamira Davis, you're the first one I seen. So, okay, it'd be my pleasure. Let's see what's coming through for Kamira Davis. What's the little message here? What's the little message? Mixed with full moon scortations. Now, when I'm done with her, you're going to have to put your hand up again because I'm not going to scroll back. So that's how I'm just going to look at the bottom of the comments. There may be a particular lag on my feed that I'm seeing, but just, hey, just keep at it. Persistence overcomes resistance, baby. All right. That's how it works. Sometimes surrender does that, though, a lot better, though, and it's a whole lot relieving, So Kamira Davis. All right. Getting started. He's getting warmed up, y'all. Yeah, he's warmed up now. Okay, he's warmed up. Kamira Davis. I don't know if this is necessarily a forecast or if this is just something coming through. All right, as far as what may be a reflection of something going on right now. Okay, but I definitely feel like there's something going on with you financially or to be going on. All right. I don't know if it's setbacks, different things. This has to do with your money, though. And to me, this represents maybe you've been at a certain level. Okay. But this is going a level down in this case because the card is reversed. But good news for you. This is a 10 of diamonds. Okay. This is a very powerful card. So even when it's reversed, the propensity it has to just be put back right together and get you going the right way is actually it actually assists you, to be honest. Okay, so I don't know what maybe I feel like too. There's been some events that may have happened with you that have had you kind of either blaming yourself or being really hard on yourself. But my point is the way that you're feeling about yourself and shit right now, the way that you're treating yourself has went down a notch. And if you keep persisting in that, it's going to reflect and manifest in certain circumstances and situations which seem to take you down financially. Okay. So now is the time you can, I really feel honestly, and with it being a 10, you can avert that or you could turn that around. So nothing is set in stone. GGK. Miss Tommy. Miss to me, to mine. MST Omi. GGK. Damn, how many GGs we got on here? GGR, GGK. All right. Bluebird, you ate that damn chocolate. I was just looking at the hand. Okay. GGK. This is so true. I definitely need to hear this. Okay, well, good. That's what it's all about. It's all about awareness as far as I'm concerned. I'd rather be aware of something so that way I can start to deal with it, than. All right. So GGK. I'm going to kind of be a little brief, though, with these. So if you really want to get into it, get that psychic text reading available only for 72 hours, okay? You can ask your little 4 questions. No now. Okay, GGK. GGK. You know what I'm being shown about you, GGK, though? And I think you probably already know this. You're like, you see here, we got the Queen of Diamonds. Queen of Diamonds is one of the most powerful financial cards you can have. Okay. She's just as powerful as the Queen, but her style is a little different. She's a lot more giving, and also receptive. So this is all about a stage. This is a stage of planning and strategizing and also figuring out. I feel for some reason too, thank you. They're saying that you're in this process of learning actually how to fucking finally let good things in to a certain degree, I see like a timeline in which you seem to push a lot of shit away from you. You know what I mean? And now is the time where you're also learning, besides strategizing and creating a plan or a purpose, which could also consist of a lot of different goals. And that's always a beautiful place to be, because when you're purpose driven Okay, this goal may not come through, but so what? It's replaced by something even better. You're not so stuck in the details. It gives you a chance to kind of see the whole picture. But anyways, yeah. So this is also a card about receiving, okay? And practicing giving to yourself as well, because that's one of the fastest, quickest, and most pleasurable ways to work on your ability to allow good in. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Stoner Girl Tarot. Stoner Girl Tarot. Can you pass that, please? Because I'm really thinking, like, I'm really feeling right now, like I could use some of that right now. I can use some of that right now. Stoner Girl Tarot. 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 What is it with these diamonds and shit, yo? Look, and he has the plan. Okay, he's got the plan too. So for you, Stoner Girl Tarot, this is about actually putting that plan into action. Okay, you just heard me say that, so y'all actually made my job a lot easier. Okay, but this is about putting that plan into action, taking them steps that you may have been intimidated by. They're showing me, but if you have the plan, if you had, obviously you know this, if you got the transmission, it's coming to you for a reason, because everything that is required to fulfill that shit is already embedded in the code of the transmission that you got. You know what I mean? Does that make sense to you? Okay. That's okay. You've been procrastinating. Cool. Look at your procrastinating as a opportunity to see, why the fuck am I procrastinating? Always be investigating. Always be investigating. ABI. You know what I'm saying? Always be investigating yourself. I mean, So yeah, but this is that time to project it. Masculine force. All right? The masculine force within you of action. Your action gives a vessel for your magic to come through. Just me girly. Just me girly. And thank everybody for your patience. Like I said, once you see me start to come to the end of one, just throw that hand up, and whoever I see, I'm going to snap. And, I'm not in a necessary rush here. It's 11 o'clock already, but we got about another 15, 20 minutes. So I'm going to get everybody. Don't worry. I'm going to get to you. So just chill. Just me girly. 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 And to the last one that I was just doing, I would say also be grateful that you even have the ideas, and you're like, it's not about not knowing what to do, because you truly, I think you do. It's just doing it. You know what I'm saying? So just me girly. Excuse me. Just me girly. Just me girly. Hold on. Just me girly. For one, I feel like you have a karmic relationship headed towards you. Whoop-de-doo for you. Okay, now karmic relationships, I've noticed, can be very extremish. Okay, they can go one way or they can go the other. Or one day they're over here, next they swing over here, and it's heaven on earth. It might be called 911 tomorrow or later tonight. um Thank you, Prophetess Vance. You're always greatly appreciated. Yeah, another thing though, I just want to say this to you, and I feel like I need to say this to you, just me girly. No matter what is going on right now, no matter what happens later tonight, what you may get word of tomorrow, just understand and know that the means to deal with it, the answer, the solution, is going to come in right at the right time. So you're not going to miss a step. Okay, this is the example I always give is, like, if your car breaks down, somehow you get some surprise money that you weren't expecting to offset that. Okay, I feel like that's also here too. All right, GGR, you're the one I see. The second GG. How many fucking GGs are there on here? Shit, I ain't mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. It's a GG fest over here. Yes, just me girly. Hey, GGR. GGR, GGR, GGR. GGR, GGR, GGR. GGR, GGR, GGR. GGR, GGR. GGR. This is not everybody's favorite card, okay? But when it comes up, it comes up, okay? Three of spades. So I'm gonna just lay it out to you like this, okay? Straight up, but with compassion, okay? We use compassion over here, okay? So I feel that you're dealing with a situation which involves a person or people who are deceiving you, keeping information away from you, okay? This is obviously something I feel right now. You may have inclinations about certain things, or you may have discovered maybe some past lives, but there's still some shit you don't know. Okay, there's some shit you don't know. All right. Um, when and if you may find those out, I'm sure you will, but it may be, I don't want to say too late. But I think the other question is, where are you deceiving yourself? You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's also been going on. Maybe it has to do with the situation, but you're deceiving yourself. Some would say deluding, but I say deceiving yourself. Where are you lying to yourself? Okay. Because, and I don't say this with judgment, I'm just saying now is the time that you need to be honest with yourself. Okay. That's what this shit, that's really the foot is on the gas pedal with me on that one. As far as that's what they're telling me, like, that's what they're pushing home. All right. Starlight, I see you. Starlight, I see you. Okay. Starlight, I see you. And don't forget, everybody, like I said, I'm going to keep bringing it up. You know, click that link in the description box. Get your very own psychic text reading. Get to ask me 4 questions, 4 your most pressing, specific questions. It's great. It's fun. Actually, they're kind of fun to do in minimal amounts. If I was just doing psychic text reads for a living, I would fucking loathe it. I would hate it. You know, Starlight. GGR, you're welcome. Bluebird, I'm getting close to you. I'm getting close. I'm getting close. I feel like at the right time. I feel like you're timing. Like you're almost right there. Like I'm just like I said. I'm looking at the bottom of the comments. Excuse me. Starlight. Starlight. Star bright. First star I see tonight. Oh. Okay. What else did you want to tell me? Interesting. Fascinating. Okay. They're saying that you're going to know what this means. All right, Starlight. So I'm just going to say it kind of the way it came through. They're saying to me to tell you, don't be afraid to change your mind to a, you already have a better idea of something, like, but I feel like this is a change of mind, but it is for the positive, of course, obviously, you know, but then again, a change of mind could be also for the negative. You could take a dip. You can go swimming in some stinking thinking, okay? But this is more of a positive change of mind, an outlook. And I do feel like this change of mind is going to include a certain action. To be honest, it may be ending a particular relationship because you know, I think it's understated how influenced we are by the people we're regularly around. And for where you're going, the people that have been there or been around or been allowed to be around, they're not going to be able to go. And for one, some of these people aren't rooting for you. They want to keep you in their little box of what they think of you. But it's not about what them or anybody else thinks of you. It's about what you think of you. So basically, in some ways, I feel this may even be a confirmation for you on some level about, you know what, it's okay to have that change of mind and whatever else accompanies that change of mind. as far as whatever it is decisions you may make based on the new state of mind, the new change of mind. Okay. Bluebird, I got you. Boom. You done popped up right there, yo. You done popped up right there. She was on it. She was like, yeah, okay, good. I got you, Bluebird. You up to bat now. All right. It's Brittany, bitch. Okay. Yeah. So Brittany Bluebird. Mrs. Sakpase. Brittany Bluebird. Brittany, 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 Brittany. Brittany, 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 Brittany. All right, that was a shitty shuffle. All right, let me cut it. All right, here you go, Brittany. Let's see what you got. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, just a second, just a second, just a second. Okay. I feel like, I don't know if there was a situation that recently transpired, but something may have just happened, which is letting you kind of maybe know, I don't want to say a bigger problem, but just another kind of like habit that maybe needs to be changed. I feel like you haven't necessarily been totally listening to your intuition. That's one thing about this card. Like maybe something had just recently happened and you were like, you know what? I knew better. I knew better. Anytime you do that, you weren't listening to your first mind, to your first voice, and which is okay. I mean, we all do that. Sometimes we question, we second guess. We're like, is this actually my intuition or is this my bullshit? Which one is it? You know? And the other thing is you're being encouraged to kind of balance out, maybe your own communication, whether that be listening more or speaking up more and actually, communicating what needs to be done. You know what I mean? But I know you do both at particular times, but maybe you might be doing one more than the other. And what they're kind of showing me for you is it needs to be balanced out. Yes, of course, listen, and of course, speak what you got to say what you got to say, to who you have to say it to. Okay. And you'll start to see things start to flow a lot better. You know what I mean? So, but number one, you definitely want to listen to your intuition. And I think for you, it's not about that you didn't hear it. It's whether you trusted that was actually what you should listen to or not. So being able to, work on or practice identifying your intuition and trusting it. Okay. You get those two together. Oh, you're going to have a sexy sandwich then. Okay. You're going to have a very sexy sandwich then. All right. So, yeah. And you'll feel a lot better, Brittany. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, even if it's something minor, but the fact that hey, I said what I needed to say, or the fact that you maybe could actually listen and, because there's problems when communication is imbalanced, because when you're not really hearing what the person is really, really saying, then you're going to be reacting off of what you think they're saying. You get me? So, DJ, absolutely, Brittany. DJ, yeah, that's my DJ. Yeah, that's my DJ. Okay, DJ. Let's see what's up. Birdie, what's going on? I'm overdosing on. What's the room with that? I always say I was born with these markings on me, right? And I was like, damn, what are these? Mom, what are these markings on me? Right? I didn't know what they were at the time, but they were actually letters. And they spelled out a sentence. She was like, oh, the doctor tattooed you. I'm like, what? She said, yeah, the doctor tattooed you. I said, well, what does it say, Mom? Mind you, I'm a child. She says, attempt moderation, because they already knew. All right. So, DJ, the sound changed. How, Brittany? Did it go out or something? Okay, DJ. DJ, 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 DJ. Yeah. DJ, you know what? The more you can begin to truly, and I feel you're doing this though. I feel you started already. But I want to say, I want to encourage you. Keep going, okay? The more you actually, truly, genuinely feel yourself, I'm talking about on all levels. I feel what they're showing me is there's like a little mini tsunami, a stream of finances that wants to come in. And the only thing that has kept it away up until now, I say up until now because we're not binding anybody with words here on Song Ray TV, okay? Don't unbind you, okay? Is the way you feel about yourself, okay? But I feel like I said, your spirit, you're starting to get in this groove of like feeling yourself. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is you can expect the stream of income to expand. It's like it's gonna gush. She's gonna gush. Okay, she's gonna gush. She's gonna gush. We're all over. All right. Okay. It's doing that weird thing, but we can hear you. Okay, Prophetess Vance. Brittany, what is the weird thing? Can you explain it to me so I know? Hello. Can you explain it to me so I know? What does it mean weird? Like, is it an echo? Hey, get your dose, Birdie. Get your dose. Nobody can knock you for that. Nobody can. 11-11 as far as over here. Nobody can knock you for that. Echo, huh? I gotta watch this again. I don't really be watching myself too much, but I gotta watch this shit again and see what y'all are talking about. When is this? It's an hour into it. Okay, I'm gonna check it out again. Next time I might use some headphones or something. Maybe that might help. Let me try one thing. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, I just put the microphone off right now, just to maybe I thought maybe like turn up tremble, a little bit of echo. Y'all are telling me all kinds of shit. Damn, I'm over here just yapping away. Sound is more grainy. Is it still grainy now? That might be also because the signal. I want to do an experiment. Okay, better. All right. Okay. Where's your battery life? I'm about 3/4 away from the top, so I'm pretty cool. I'm good. I just got an alert on my phone a little bit earlier, like you've used up so many gigabytes of your data. So I don't know if that has something kind of. Am I still robotic right now, though? Yes. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Do I sound like a far off robot? I think it's the StreamYard shit, man. How about now? Yeah, I muted it for a minute. I gave it a break. Vanessa said, robot. Take me to your leader. All right. We're good, huh? Can you hear me now though? Everybody say, yep. Give me a thumbs up just real quick if you can are y'all seeing this? Now better. All right. Good. Cause yeah, I don't be knowing what it's doing. All right. Okay, we're just gonna try and. I mean, it seems like I gotta be all like super close and shit, but you can see all in my iris. Hey, woo woo. Um, was I gonna pull for somebody? Now I just got distracted. I think I got distracted now. All right. Starlight says much better. I like that. I like better, but I like much better. Much better. You know what I'm saying? Still echo. Vanessa, God damn you. Birdie says no sound. Shit. You know what I might need to do though? I might have to just come back tomorrow. No sound. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, can you hear me? Yes. Prophetess Vance. Yeah, hey, it'll work. Just keep going. Okay. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a couple more and then I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna do a couple more and then I gotta get out of here. So go ahead and give me your best shot. Okay. Give me your hands up there. Who wants the next carpool? I cannot remember if I was doing something because I got distracted with this Vanessa says robotic sound. I see your hand though. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Vanessa, you're back on track. Thank you, Starlight. All right. You know what? I'm actually gonna go with our brother Pablo here real fast because you know Ana Almeida. Okay, Pablo, I got you. Vanessa, you keep calling me a robot. Okay, you keep calling me a robot. No. I know I sound like a fucking robot on it. I gotta watch this shit and see how I sound, see what's going on with this. I'm gonna see about using some headphones or something. I gotta be all close. Can you hear me now? All right. Yeah, thank you, DJ. Lick that like button. Kind of ling my like button. What's going on for Pablo? Advice for Pablo. Advice for Pablo. Advice for Pablo. Echo like you're in the speaker, huh? Oh, I am in the speaker, okay? I'm in here too, all right? I'm in the speaker, I'm everywhere, all right? Pablo, what's happening? Okay. Pablo, I don't know what's going on with you, brother, but you might want to be careful, okay? You might want to be careful, especially with any big purchases or anything like that, only because there may be an incident popping up in which unexpectedly there's an unexpected loss of money. This can also be a result of theft. Okay, this can also be a result of, you know, some funky garnishment pops up or, excuse me, something like that. Okay, do not be afraid. Just, be aware that it's a strong, I feel like it's a strong possibility for you. Okay, and if you're not careful, you could get yourself in kind of a clusterfuck of a situation. This can be circumvented, though, of course, like ain't nothing written in stone. You know what I mean? So this may also be a result of, maybe certain thoughts or past actions or something like that. But maybe because we're speaking about it, it's coming up to be changed. You know what I mean? But also be sure to lock your car, set your alarm, or whatever you got going on. Okay. Vanessa Gar, you're back. God damn, how long was I robotic for? How long was I robotic? Looking for the next hand. Birdie, where the hell are you anyway? I've always been meaning to ask you that. Where are you? Okay, Miss Garcia, thank you very much. Is that your hand for La Flora Roscoe? Let's I see the hand. La Flora Roscoe. What do we got for La Flora Roscoe? La Flora Roscoe. Aha, La Flora Roscoe. What they're showing me here is there's something that you got to, you have a choice to make. Okay, you're at a, I wouldn't even say a crossroads, because it's like a fork in the road. All right, and they're showing me that it's either this or it's that. It's either leave or it's stay. It's on or it's off. It's one of these type of things. The problem is, and the reason why, hey, gratitude, Pablo. The reason why it's coming up is because you're not making the decision. You think that you can escape this decision, okay? But not making the decision is also making a decision, okay? So they're kind of like, I feel like they're kind of like pushing you, like, hey, and I actually feel like you already know which decision you want to go with. Now it's just actually time to go down that trail, okay? It's an important decision, a very, very important one for you at this time. And they're like, she already know what it is. Yeah, she knows exactly what you're talking about. See, it's hard. That's what she said. Okay, that's what she said. Vanessa Garcia. Vanessa Garcia. Vanessa Garcia. Damn, man, these cards are. Y'all are making these cards sticky. Y'all got some. Just let it come to you. You'll know what it is. Vanessa Garcia, Calexico, California. Oh, you in Cali? Okay. Hey, Shimano 5. Vanessa Garcia. Vanessa Garcia. Vanessa Garcia. Vanessa Garcia. I can surely see ya. All right. Yeah. Hey, they're letting me know if they're telling. I'm just gonna put it to you like this, okay? If things seem to get a little tight or bumpy, as far as financially speaking, or having just to do with some money, a money situation, they're asking me to ask you if there's a situation right now in your particular life that you're kind of selling yourself short, that you're compromising yourself. Okay. We do got to be aware of doing that stuff, because when we do stuff like that, or we're partaking in any type of behaviors like that, we're actually sending a message to ourselves. And that message is then broadcast out, and it also manifests or externalizes itself in situations and things like that. And in this case, I feel the situation may also involve some cash or something having to do with your money. Okay? So let's make a deal, all right? Get that, you know. Imperial Valley, 2 hours down the mountain from. It's hot as shit over there, isn't it? Imperial Valley. Ana Almeida. Yeah, I think I was gonna. L. I just watched a video on writing on the foot with red marker. I love reading if possible. Well, you know what? I'll definitely give you a card pool if you can manage to get up here. I'm actually about to end it in about 7 minutes. But you can also get yourself a psychic text reading right now, only for 72 hours. I brought an oldie but goodie back. Link is in the description box. So go and get that. Tawana Van says 222. That's been popping up. You know, yesterday I done seen 666 5 times in 1 hour. And I was standing on the street. 2 cars went by back to back with 666 on the license plate. So I was like, okay. Yes, absolutely, though. It'd be my pleasure. And Almeida. If I don't get you today, I will really try to get back here tomorrow, and we can do some carpools. Because this energy does. And Almeida. You know what? This is the time for you to go into some introspection, okay? Oh, why, thank you, Deaconess Mackey. We really appreciate you. Mia May, I'm in Long Beach. Party at Mia May's house, all right? I've been seeing 4 sets of triple numbers. Shit. Hey yo, I seen the 10 10 10, man. I seen 10 10 10. Well, I actually did a reading with 10 10 10 on myself. And I was like, holy shit. Okay. Anna. Okay. This is about kind of maybe taking your time, whether it's either going into another job or it's like, I feel like it has to do with a particular, going in a particular direction, doing a particular thing, okay? Because I feel like there's other factors that you may not be aware of that you don't know. And you probably don't know that you don't even know, right? Like there's certain shit I'm aware of and that you're aware of that we know we don't know, but we can actually go out and find that. But when you don't know that you don't know, that could be a little problematic at times, you know? This can also, and I did feel that you two need to also really look with this eye right here, that one right there, because I feel like some people, this is also for you, some people are actually, you know, editing out some information, only giving you half truths, only telling you what they want you to know, okay? So you're being encouraged to start to question things. And when you question things, you're going to start noticing things. That's why I tell you to ask some questions of yourself, or even ask your subconscious mind, ask your guides, your ancestors, however have you. All right. Shaman 05 line. I missed that. Birdie, what did you say? Okay. Yeah, we're going to be partying it. Well, I appreciate it. I thank you for the kind sentiment. Okay. Shaman 05 line. What's happening with you, brother? How you been? How's this? How you feeling this full moon energy? Do you do banishing ritual? Thoughts on it? Yeah, I do. I do when I want to formalize something, because I'm always in the process of like getting rid of something, you know. I can tell you, you know, sometimes a banishing ritual, honestly, is getting rid of the shit you don't use anymore. You're creating a vortex, but you got to make sure to replace it. So, for example, I'm throwing away a bunch of clothes that are still perfectly good and all this shit, but you know what? Spirit's like, get rid of that shit. Get rid of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that could be a form of a banishing ritual. But yeah, if you, sorry, Shaman. Let me get to Shaman. A man of like hardly any words, but I respect that. Like he said, when you're on the energy freak, you don't even really need words, you know. I got you. All right. So Shaman 05 line. Norma. Gaba. Yero. Okay. The flower. The flower's in full blossom, y'all. All right. Shaman 05 line. What time is it? 11:27? Yeah, I got to get going, y'all. Interesting. This would come up for you, Shaman 05. Hold on a second here. All right. So look at this. You got the pirate. You know what I heard? I don't know why. And I know you already have, because if you're a shaman, then you're on the shit. I'm just going to tell you what I heard. Delve further into your dark side. That would may even include letting Dark Shaman 05 line come out to play a little bit more, you know. I know you've been kind of doing things. I've been chilling in my abode. There you go. Yeah, I don't know exactly. To be honest, I don't really understand. I mean, we all have a dark side, right? But there's something there for you. They're letting me know that, yeah, they're like, maybe perhaps you might have been finding yourself suppressing yourself in one way or another, even slightly. Okay. What they're saying is, hey, it's time to let him out and play a little bit. Or by letting him out and play, of course, you know you're integrating him even further, which is just adding to your power. So For some reason, I don't know. There's something there. I literally heard that, and like I said, I don't know exactly what that means for you, but I'm just passing that off to you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I got time for one more. Let me see a hand up here, and I got to skedaddle do, skedaddly do. 18 hits still in the building, huh? And most of y'all are lurkers. All right, watchers, the voyeurs. I don't mind it though. Go ahead and watch. Mia May, I got you. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna do Mia May and then somebody else, and then that's it. I got to go. I got to go, man. Hey, CC Ryder, where the hell you been, lady truck driver? Let me guess, driving trucks. All right, Mia May, 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 Mia May. Mia May. All day, Mia May. Look, 4 of diamonds. You know what this is, right? And it's coming through just the way I figured it might. Okay? The progression you want to, like, you want to move forward, right? There's somewhere in your life specifically. I know there's probably multiple areas, but there's one that's at the top of the pecking order in which you want to move forward. And they're saying all that you have to do is to dial in to that sexy spot inside of you where the sexiness is as to what do I really want. Got to be careful because a lot of times we be chasing these false goals and things, and we waste a lot of time and even some energy in chasing things that we think we want. And there's a reason why they don't really actually come to pass. It's because we didn't really want them in the first place. Okay? So they're saying for you that it's time, you know, to really, and for you, I actually have a feeling like it's more about giving yourself permission to want. You already know what you want. I feel like somewhere inside, like you already know what you want. You've just kind of been denying it for whatever reason. Like maybe you shouldn't want this because of what somebody else thought, right? Or maybe you had disappointments around what this is that you really want. Maybe there's fears that you're not good enough or whatever. Let all that shit come up and deal with that shit but the first step is also in being honest with yourself and admitting, you know what, this is what I really want. Okay? Exactly. It's time. And you're here at a particular time on a particular channel. Out of 52 or 54 cards in here, this is the one you got. So everything for a reason. Bertie Garcia. Bertie Garcia. Bertie Garcia. Bertie Garcia. Bertie Garcia. Bertie Garcia. A little birdie told me. A little birdie told me. And finally, folks, don't forget, only 72 hours. So like Sunday evening, I'm going to destroy the secret temporary link that is in your description box. It's in your box right now, girl. It's all up in your box right now. Okay. You can ask me 4 of your most potent, pressing questions that you have right now. And I'm going to personally text you back your reading. All up in your box. Shango gonna slide all in your box. Okay. So Bertie Garcia. Make it happen. Make it happen. It's right there in the description box. Bertie Garcia. Oh, Bertie Garcia. Whatever you're doing, Bertie, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Okay? I kind of feel you're doing actually really well. Like something you're about to be doing very well. Like a change as far as you're going to feel good about it. You got a whole change of status coming up. So like, I feel there's going to be a lot of shifts coming up for you in a positive way. Yep. So that's my news for you, Birdie. So it's actually more encouragement to you. Like, yo, keep rocking, okay? Keep doing it, because you may have even had doubts as to whether this change is going to be able to happen for you, right? I feel like you've been doing your part. You've been putting in your work. You've been, doing a lot of different things. And I'm saying, like, it's there. It's there. Just don't change a fucking thing. Okay, just keep going. All right. The flower. See, we got to get to the bottom of this decision. It's a lot on the table. Yeah, it's true. It's true. That's all a part of it. That's all a part of it. That's not even just about the decision, the isolated decision. It's about all the things around the decision as well. Those are just important as well. Some of them just got to get discarded. You know what I mean? Thrown away. Okay, I tell you what, I'll do another two hands. Okay, I'm looking at the bottom here. Who I got? Who won it? Huh? You heard that Will Smith and Mark Anthony song? No, I have not. I need to see a hand. If you want a carpool, Miss CC Ryder, lady truck driver. What's popping? No. Okay. Miss CC Ryder, a lady truck driver. I didn't even know he's still making music. Miss CC Ryder, lady truck driver. Miss CC Ryder, lady truck driver. Oh, Will Smith still making some music, huh? Is it new? Miss CC Ryder. How you been? We missed you over here, Miss CC Ryder. How you been? Yeah, look at you. You already know what time this is, Miss CC Ryder, okay? I feel like you're already doing this shit. Maybe you might be slacking on your macking in some particular area. This is about working that motherfucking plan. You see? You got that though. He's got his fucking pickaxe out, and he's ready to go to work. He's ready to get to digging all in that cave. You know what I'm saying? Putting in work. All right. Yeah. I think this is also an encouragement though for you. I just feel like you have been though. I know you've been laying down work. I mean, I haven't spoke with you in a long time. I haven't, had any correspondence with you in a long time, but I feel like you've been putting it down. And yeah, you may need a little bit. I would say don't be afraid to seek wise counsel as far as this goes, the plan part. Because if this part is fucked up, it don't matter. You be swinging and digging all over the place. You know what I'm saying? But there might be a little bit of some adjustments to that, because I know you're doing the work. I know you're doing the work. It's just planning your work now. Let's think more efficiently. Okay, let's see where we can automate certain things. What compound interest is to money, automation, and believe me, I'm taking my own advice. Automation is to your time. So whatever you can automate, you also free up more of your time. Okay. Yes. Yes, Birdie Garcia. Yeah. Okay, I got one more. I got one more. I got one more. Does that make sense to you, Miss CC Ryder? As old Scrooge McDuck would say, work smarter, not harder. You know, I mean, the flower, I got to put it in the flower. She came like this. Okay. 2012 Prada. What is it about 2012 Prada? Is that like a fine year? Like, how wine has certain years where it's like, oh, it's so good. Like, what is that? 2012 Prada. What happened in 2012? Besides, the earth did not end. Makes sense. Okay. That way you can expand, because I feel for you right now, it's about expanding. I really feel it's about expanding. Where's the link for the 72 hours to flower? Oh, so glad you asked. What an excellent question. It's in the description box of this video. So you may need to hit the little X on the chat and then go to the description box and you'll see it right there. It's just laid out right there. Laid out right there for you. All right. Yeah. Okay, let me see. All right, the flower. The flower, the flower, the flower. The nectar of the flower. Hey, a couple billion bees can't be wrong, right? All right, there you go. Okay. Here I go. I'm going to give you your card, though, now. All right. Damn, you got the same card. You see how many times I was shuffling the flower? I got some good news for you, man. I got some good news for you. What are you laughing at, Prophet Advance? All right, look. This is, once again, I hate to sound like a broken record, but sometimes, you know, one thing may apply to several different people or whatever, but you got the same influence here. Eight of Diamonds, a very powerful card. And yes, it definitely and positively impacts your financial status, your financial situation. So what it's showing to me is you're definitely in the process of, I don't know, there may even, I don't know if it's maybe being also being manifested too with like a move to a better place or a place that you feel is better. But to me, I can also see you a change in the status of the way, like I said, that you even just think about yourself. You know, it's one thing people can say like, "Oh, I'm a god," or "I'm a king," and this and that. But if you don't really believe that shit, people can see through that. People will see through that. You know, there's something when it's really coming from an authentic place because you really, really do feel that way. And it just, you can't help but to reflect that in your circumstances and in like every facet of your life. And I feel for you, that's like what we're talking about. You know, the flower is starting to, the flower's been blossoming, right? So the bees are having an orgy up in that flower. Okay. Yeah. Talking about billions. Well, you know, let's get to the 100,000s and maybe the millions first, right? One step at a time. Sometimes too much too soon is not good. And many times, you know, there's a reason why it's a process to get there because we need to acclimate as to who we are. Some of y'all would fucking die if you got $1 million right now. Believe it or not, you probably end up killing yourself somehow. So yeah, and changing small things X the way I think daily. Take what you need from it, girl. Take what you need. It's here for you. Full motherfucking bloom. Yeah. That's what it feels like for TV. Prophetess Vance. It feels like for her, like I'm seeing like a full fucking bloom. You know, and of course, there's stages that come after that. There's still more blooming. You know what I'm saying? The winter always comes after the summer because it's making way for the spring. And it just, you know, over and over again. No, I wouldn't. Well, maybe I'm not talking to you. Okay, 2012 Prada. You never told me what that name was about, or I didn't catch it. I'd be chilling with my Millie. I'd be living off my interest of my Millie. Okay. I'd put my Millie to work. You know what I'm saying? 2012 Prada. I'm like, you hoes go out there now and you bring daddy back even more hoes. Okay. And then I'm gonna send you and them hoes out to get even more hoes and bring them back. Okay. So that's what you do with your money. Yeah, absolutely though. Keep that in. That's right. If it's billions, then it's billions. Whatever it may be for you. You know what I'm saying? 2012 Prada. 2012 Prada. 2012 Prada. You never said what that. Did I tell you that already? Yeah, huh? What is that name about? You have a pair of shoes or a purse or a bag or something? This is a 2012 edition. They only made 40,000 of these, okay? And I have one of them, right? ...2012 Prada. Listen up. Yeah, man, make it work for you. Shit. That's what we're supposed to do, but we're not trained to do. We're not conditioned to do that. You know what I'm saying? We are conditioned as a society in general to go slave, steal, kill, and whatever else, sell our soul for it. You know what I mean? And the shit ain't even real, you know? So anyways, look up the history of money and shit, dude. It's fucking ridiculous. But hey, I'll play the game. I'll play the game because I'm gonna win, okay? And you're gonna win. 2012 Prada. I feel like for you, honestly, right now, you may be feeling this, or you're going to, especially feeling the effects of some type of situation that happened with your mother. Okay, there's something going on between you and moms that needs to be, first of all, accepted and addressed. Like you gotta like say, hey, I see you here. Okay, I'm not gonna pretend you're not here no more. All right, like I see you, and in doing that, also just like not judging the fact that that is there or whatever. I'm like a long story. I feel like it's some form of a mommy issue that has been affecting you, but for whatever reason, okay, why that may be coming up. Maybe there's another circumstance or situation or person right now that's kind of triggering that, that's making that rise to the top. And you may not recognize it as such, but what they're showing me and telling me to tell you is it's a mom issue. It's a mommy issue. Okay. So you may want to, like I said, always be investigating, man. Always be investigating. What's going on, Rhonda? I do run, I do run. But anyways, that's it. Papa Shanguito has got to go. All right, I got things that I have to do, and I will be back again tomorrow. Okay, we'll continue the full moon energy for y'all doing full moon work. As you know, I know I don't have to say this to a lot of you, but you don't have to necessarily do it on the exact full moon. There's like a day or two. I think there's like 3 days before the full moon and 3 days after that energy is around. Okay, that it's at its highest peak. Okay, especially also the day before and the day after. So all you out there who were part of the power cash infusion ritual, you be sure to get that money god ritual in. All right, so I want to thank everybody. Thank you, Prophetess Vance, DJ the Flower, Birdie Garcia, everybody else has been on here chilling with me. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, and we'll be back tomorrow.